Hey everybody, it's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. Right now, let's jump right into Greenleaf. This was the eighth day. It was the series finale. And I'm going to be honest with you all, I'm happy that it's over. That finale was so underwhelming. It was such a letdown to me for such a great series. Like Greenleaf, that's my show. Like I love Greenleaf. At first I was happy, I was sad to see it end. I'm like, man, it's only season 5. It's going to be over. And then after what they put me through this season, these whack storylines that panned to nowhere, and then y'all killed Bishop too. Over it. Over it. I feel like the writers, they don't have anywhere else maybe to take the story. Like they were at writer's block. They were done. I don't know where the spinoff is going to go. I'm happy the spinoff is going to be my favorite character, Lady May. She does it for me every week. But I don't know where Lady May is going to take this. Like, I just don't know. She ain't got Grace there to read. Like, I just don't know. But let's just jump into the finale because this is going to be short and sweet. It starts off at Bishop's funeral. I would say, I remember, I didn't take notes either because I did not want to watch this again to take notes. Did not. Everyone is at the grave. Charity is singing or somebody is singing. I'm telling you, this is not real Baptist church singing that I'm used to. Moving on. It was very sad. I did not want Bishop to be dead. No, they started off with everybody hugging him and crying with him laying in the bed. And I thought that was very strange because I'm like, where's 911? No one's going to try to resuscitate. We just going to cry and hug. Okay. Okay. But anyway, Bishop is dead. That part is done. It's over with. We're moving on. Let's just start character by character. At one point, Grace gets a phone call. Somebody in New York wants to give her a job. She's going back and forth all episode. Should she take the job? Should she not take the job? My daddy just died. At the end of the episode, Sophia had to be the one to be like, your work here is done. I'm like, really? Really? That... And then Lady May was like, go ahead, take the job. Like, everybody, Grace. Darius comes around talking about maybe our new beginning is in New York. I'm just saying, if you go to New York, I might follow. Who knows? I'm just happy she ain't staying in that house with Noah and AJ. I'm happy the writers did not take me there because that would have been some fake shit. That would have been too fake for me. Noah, you and AJ, bond, do whatever y'all got to do. Grace, it's Southwest goes every day and get you a cheap ticket. Moving on. Who's next? Sophia, you know, she told on herself, and they never really said if Sophia is going to go back to Hampton or not. If they did, I missed it. But it seems like Sophia is just like, I promise I'll never take these type of pictures again. Whatever. At the walk from the house, from the gravesite back to the house, Lady May is trying to take Clarissa and Jacob and put their hands back together. And I'm like, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. We did not go through this whole 1 through 7 days of waiting for you and Jacob to put her ass out the house for you now to want to bring them back together. And then in the house, Jacob is like, you ain't got to go to your mama's house. You know, this was a hard day. Why don't you just spend the night here? And I'm like, no, sir. No, sir. We have been waiting for the moment. And y'all trying to get it back together. Clarissa was the only one who had some sense. She was like, look, I ain't trying to confuse Zora. I ain't trying to confuse Winky. And I damn sure ain't trying to confuse you. I told you after we went to this therapist's office with the little boy, that was it. That was it. You made your choice. move on. Move on. Who is next? Charity. They didn't show anything with Bob Whitmore, nothing with Phil, nothing with Judy. So Charity really didn't have nothing to wrap up. I did peep at a little bit of that after show where they tried to explain each characters. I did not watch it all, but I happened to fast forward and stop on Charity's part. And the writers are trying to say the way Charity acted last season and this season with doing what she did to become associate pastor was Charity's way of taking her destiny into her own hands. I yelled at the TV, bullshit. What Charity did was backstabbed her family. And then her family is so unrealistic where no one, like for one episode, Grace read her a little bit, but then it dropped. It was like Charity never did nothing wrong. It was like woo woo woo, woo woo woo, Charity. You lost the church, but they got it back. Like at the end of the day, old girl, the one who lent them the $2 million, and I want to know if they ever paid it back. But whatever. At the end of the day, old girl called was like, Lady Mae, we got the church back. Hope H&H, whatever they call Hope and Harmony, they out. Bob is gone. Will you come back and speak on Bishop this upcoming Sunday? And Lady Mae was like, yeah. And then old girl, showed it to the office and like, we put it up just the way Bishop had it, just something for you for the week. And Lady Mae go in there and have an emotional moment. And then at the end, Lady Mae speaks on Make Me Anew. Now, the message was good. I appreciated the message. And AJ got saved. In the episode, AJ was talking about he don't care if it take him 1 year or 10 years. He putting that car together. I want to throw the whole car in the river. What's the river over here out in Memphis? I done forgot. It's the Mississippi. I ain't been here that long, so forgive me. I want to say the Chattahoochee River, but that's Atlanta. But see, I lived in Atlanta. But is it the Mississippi out here in Memphis? I done forgot that fast. Throw that whole box in the river because I'm over this 1,000 pieces. AJ, what you need to do, since your medicine is working, they said his medicine is working. AJ smiled this whole episode. He ain't never smiled that much. It got on my nerve. Like, his acting is just not good. But AJ, his medicine is working. He hugging Grace, thanking his mama for his medicine when he was just reading her, talking about you getting everybody business. Mind your business. And so what AJ needs to do is go ahead and go down to, what is that? Southwest, the community college out here. Go ahead and get you a 2-year situation. Your mama got the money to pay for it. Go ahead and go to mechanic school. So while you're learning how to put this car together that's in 1,000 pieces, you can also learn you a trade to make you a little bit of change. Miss me with this whole car storyline. Miss me with it. At the end of the day, Jacob goes over to Tara, or does Tara come? At somewhere, Tara, they still talking about giving the house to Tara. Tara says, we even now. And I'm like, or let's call it even. And I'm like, call what the fuck even? Bitch, you still broke. She's like, I can't afford, the upkeep of that house. No way. It don't seem like Lady Mae and Bishop can afford it either. They always borrowing change from somebody. But at the end of the day, I love to say at the end of the day. I know I say it too much. But at the end of the day, you could have got that house from Lady Mae, sold it, took the millions of dollars that estate is worth, and put that into your community outreach. It's better to have money to do what you're trying to do in the community than to sit up here broke. Lady Mae and Jacob and them would have had to break me off them 10 acres or something. It ain't no, let's just call it even. Like, what was the whole point of this damn storyline? Y'all done took us through the roller coaster of the first will, the second will. Did Mac do it? Who killed the daddy? Bishop died and ain't confessed to shit. I was kind of pissed off because We went through this whole storyline for 2 seasons for nothing, just for them to still keep the house. Tara still broke. Rochelle got her non-existing truth because Bishop ain't spilled nothing, and she off in the sunset. I'm like, writers, make it make sense. That part pissed me off. I'm like, oh, we even? What's even? I lost my daddy, you lost your daddy, we even? Like, I don't understand what's so even about it. Because I would have took the house, sold it, and did what I had to do in my community. Because it seemed like if God tells you to do something, this is this is not an example of moving on faith. If you heard a word from God, you're supposed to move. If God says give him the house, give him the house. Not tell them you're going to give the house, go through the motions of talking about it, and let life work it out to where now you don't have to give it to him. Because to me, God ain't never told you to do it then. Because if he told you to do it, what did he say? Oh, I changed my mind. Keep the house. Bullshit. I ain't never seen it work like that. I ain't never seen it work like that. So let's move on. Who's left? Zora. Since Grace ultimately takes the job in New York, now Zora has a place to stay so she won't be homeless. So let's move on to the spinoff. The spinoff, because Twitter was like, oh, the spinoff going to be Grace in New York. And I said, it cannot be. Grace is not that interesting. I would love to see a spinoff with Rick Fox in New York, but I love Rick Fox. But that ain't going to be it. The spinoff is going to be Calvary Part 2. I don't know what the name of it is. They were already teasing that Charity's going to be in the spinoff. She probably going to be associate pastor. The spinoff is going to be Lady Mae moving on with Calvary without Bishop. Now, the little bit of interest that sparked me was Tara giving Jacob the googly eyes and was like, maybe we could work together. Maybe we can get together. And I'm like, okay, so the triangle is going to be Tara and Tasha, because Basie is dead, both coming after Jacob once this divorce. I'm sure the divorce will be finalized in the spinoff, and that's gonna be a little love triangle. That's gonna spark my interest, because we watch TV for some mess. Like, I don't want no mess in my personal life. I can't, no ma'am. But I watch TV for it. That'll be juicy. I would love to see Lady Mae get out there and date and read her a couple of gentleman friends. I love Lady Mae. Miss me with Charity. Like, in a spinoff, give Charity a man or leave her off. Write her off. Not Phil, but give Charity a man, because I'm tired. And let the kids be gone. Let Zora and Sophia be gone. Bring Patti LaBelle back. I love Patti LaBelle. I really don't know. To me, I hate when it's kind of like Power Book 2. I hate when people say, oh, we gonna have a spinoff, but it's just the same story continued, but maybe one of the main characters is dead, like Ghost is dead, but the book 2 is picking up right where it left off. We shall see. I ain't gonna make it long. I ain't gonna ramble. That's all the finale gave me. I was like, this it. This the finale. Okay, y'all get in the comments, let me know what y'all think. Like, comment, share. We gonna see what the spinoff give. It probably won't be until maybe 2022, because everything is shut down. All right, talk to y'all later. Bye.